Hi guys, in this lesson we're going to look at the gradient and 1 point. Now as you can recall in the previous lesson it was the gradient and the y-intercept, although we already covered gradient and 1 point as well because they don't always just give you the gradient and the y-intercept straight away. So if we look at this, you remember this formula? This is the normal standard formula for a straight line. But you know, as always in maths, there are easier methods and there are more difficult methods, or there are longer methods and there are shorter ones. So luckily there's another equation. If you can recall back the previous lesson, if we had 1 point, we first filled in the gradient, and then we had to substitute the point, and then we had to fill back the c into the equation, and then we only got the answer. If you can just have one formula and from the start fill in everything and get your answer straight away, it's much shorter. And that's where this next formula is coming from. So this formula is one that you're going to use a lot in the future. Now again, if you prefer the y is equal to mx plus c, you're always welcome to use that, but it takes a little bit longer. So if you know this one up to the end of matric, you will see that it is really, really easy. I'm just going to show you where this one is coming from. You remember gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You remember that. Now if I take this whole bottom thing and I multiply it because I don't like fractions, can you see in the end it looks very much like this equation there? The only difference is y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. But because we're going to give you now the gradient and we're only going to give you 1 point, there's the 1 point, y1 and x1. So now we can just leave the ordinary y and the ordinary x instead of y2 and x2, and we can just replace 1 point, and you'll see we get to the answer straight away. Best way, as always, is to just make sure you know the method so that we can do an example. As always, you do very roughly a sketch if you feel it's necessary. It depends on what the problem is. Write down the equation. Always write down your formula, your equation. Why are we writing it down? So that we can substitute the values in there, and then in the end you just give your final answer. So again, it seems quite long. As we do an example, you see it's very short and very, very easy. This is where you're going to gain lots of marks in an exam, analytical geometry. Good. Determine the equation of a line with gradient minus a third, passing through the point minus 1 and 1. Now, as you can recall, previous lesson, we did very much the same one. And we used the formula y is equal to mx plus c. I'm going to use the other formula now, which I would like you to get to know. It's really much easier, shorter. Let's write it down. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And if you wonder where it's coming from, then you just remember it's actually coming from the gradient. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it looks very much the same. We just got rid of the fraction now. Good. So what does this all stand for? Gradient, m you know by now is what they gave you. This is the point. Y1 and x1 is the point that they gave you there. So I'm going to just do all of it in straight one step. I'm going to say y minus y1, which is 1, is equal to m. M is minus a third. I circled it there. We can read it off there. Bracket x minus empty bracket minus 1. So in one step, I substituted the m and I substituted the point that they gave me. And if I now multiply this out, y minus 1 is minus a third x plus 1. It is minus a third x minus a third. And I actually want the y all on its own. So I do not want the minus 1 there with the y. I need my formula. So I take the minus 1 over. 1 minus a third x. 1 minus a third is plus 2/3. And there's your equation. So I had only one problem. One formula, one line of substitution, and I got to my answer straight away. So as you can see, it's much quicker and easier than the y is equal to mx plus c. But as I say, you're always welcome to use any one of the two, but please try this one. So I'm going to take it off so you can go and redo it all on your own. And then we're going to look at the answers. There's your formula. This one where you can substitute 1 point in the m. There we've done the substitution, and there's my answer straight away. I did not need to substitute back into somewhere. I just actually ended up with my answer straight away, and you could have just left it there. Good. Example 2. Determine the equation with m is 2/3, and there's my point. Immediately, I'm going to write down my formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Now, the only reason we're doing the second formula, because they're all just the same, one formula, substitute once, is because there's now lots of fractions, and we make a lot of mistakes with fractions. So let's see. I'm going to do y minus empty bracket. In this case, it's 10/3. Remember there, the y1. M they gave me as 2/3. X minus empty bracket, which is minus 1. Think back to previous lessons. If you did not have that bracket in the space of the x1, you already saw the minus, and you would most probably just have 1 minus 1. And in this case, it becomes plus 1 because it's a minus times a minus. So make very sure that you use brackets. So 2/3 x plus 1. I'm just going to take that 10/3 to the other side, because remember, we want only the y on this side. So it's 2/3 x plus 2/3 plus 10/3. And if you add that, it gives you 2/3 x. Because the bases are already the same, 10 plus 2 is 12/3, which just gives you 4. And there's your sum's answer. So it's really short. This is problems that we do get up to the end of matric. In the end matric exam, when you do analytical, you will get one like this. So make sure you can do them. I'm taking it off so you can go and redo. Taking the answer off. And you can go on your own. After you've redone it, you check the answer thoroughly, and there you'll see is the answer that I got just now. So very, very easy. Full marks for this. Just if you've drawn the sketch from the start, you also would have seen that the gradient is going up. So it was a positive gradient. But it's very easy. Go practice. I'll see you for the next lesson.